Hey everybody, it's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. Are y'all ready? It is time to talk about RuPaul's Drag Race. It is season 12, episode 1. I know we waited for about a year? A year for Drag Race to come back. I know you all on my channel have seen I like the Housewives of Atlanta. I love Survivor. But after all of that, I think maybe Drag Race is in my top 3 of reality shows that I have to watch. I love everything about the culture of Drag Race. I love the fashion. I love the makeup. I love the accessories. I love the comedy. Like, that show is entertainment gold. I love the queens who are creative and can show me something new. And every season, they give it to me. And I have been watching this since like season 2. I missed out on season 1. I did rewatch it when it came on, I believe, Hulu. But this show is unlike anything on TV. I'm so happy that it is now on mainstream TV. We all love it. And I'm so happy that I now have a YouTube channel where I can review it, because I hardly know anyone. Like, I used to just get in chats on Instagram or Twitter to talk about Drag Race, because I don't know anybody personally that watches this show but me. But I know there's a huge community of Drag Race love, and I'm so happy that I can just put my voice out there now and talk about it. So I hope you all like my reviews, subscribe to my channel, because I'm going to be doing this every week. I'm kind of late this week only because my husband had family in town, so I couldn't really record. I was entertaining family, so I'm getting to it now. And I just want to let you all know, before we even look at the pictures, I love to critique the looks. I love Raja, Raven, or whoever they have subbing for them when they do toot or boot. I love it. I love to toot or boot with them. We usually not on the same page, but that's okay. That's okay. It's Angie's opinion. This week, I'm going to toot or boot all the looks, but I'm going to call it yes ma'am or no ma'am, because I like saying yes ma'am or no ma'am. And the pictures I have right now, this is my first time doing this. They're on my husband's iPad. I am going to try to do it next week, where instead of taking the picture of the television, I'm going to take the picture directly from a screen grab from the show on the iPad. It's going to get better, y'all. Hang in there with me, but let's just have fun with it this week. Okay, I talked long enough. Let's get into the show. Now, this week, you know what they do on the very first episode. We getting into the entrance looks. So let's get right into it. The first queen we have is Miss Brita. Brita, let me pull it up. Brita is the one, oh, the glare is awful. She had on the leopard print, pink piping with some kind of pink fox, huge hair, a huge fascinator with a long pink feather. I gave Brita a yes ma'am. I love me a good leopard print, and I love some pink. Brita is a New York queen. She loves singing, dancing. I think she says she's in commercials. She's all over New York. In New York, the ladies know her. Okay, ma'am. She's always talking about winning the show, like the winner is here. I'm here to win it. I'm snatching crowns. That's great. Be confident. But I hope that's just your gig for the first episode. If you keep doing this every week, it's going to start to get on my nerve. But Brita is Polynesian. I like that. She's the Polynesian princess. And I'm kind of here for Brita. I like her when she first came in. And she, off of first looks, Brita got a yes ma'am. The next one that came in is Miss Nikki Dow. She's from France. She had on cute little sparkly number, horizontal stripes with little red coming out. She had on a bad fascinator. I loved her fascinator. That headpiece, amazing. The first thing I said about Nikki is legs for days. Legs for days, and her face was snatched. Realness snatched. I like Nikki Dow. I want to call her Nikki Baby from Housewives, not Housewives, but Love and Hip Hop. I want to call her Nikki Baby so bad, but I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it together. It's Nikki Dow. Off of first looks, I'm here for it. She definitely gets a yes, ma'am. I expect her to be the fashion queen. I expect her to be the looks queen. Nikki, in a lot of the confessionals, I think the producers love her and they love that she's from France and does not speak correct English, because she's always in all the confessionals reading or just explaining the show and saying words incorrectly. After the first two times, it was funny, but after that, it's like, okay, no one else can narrate the show. No one else has anything witty to say. Like, I'm tired of hearing Nikki mispronounce words. It's not that funny. Producers, that's going to get very old. I hope it is not edited like that. The next queen that comes in is Widow Von'Du. She had on a bad, sparkly black jumpsuit, see-through in some places, sequins in another, and that feather just on one shoulder, because most ladies, they would have put on feathers on both shoulders, but she just gave us one shoulder. I like Widow. I liked her makeup. I like her attitude. She's from Kansas City, and she said, I'm the nastiest bitch. And I said, I love all. However she said all, it was hilarious. I said, I love all of Widow. She one of my top ones for this week. Next, we had Jackie Cox. Jackie is the Persian princess. Jackie, she's also from New York. Her and Britta know each other. And I like Jackie. She makes me laugh just off of her entrance. Her look, to me... Oh, wait. Widow got a yes, ma'am. Jackie, in this intro look, just got a no, ma'am from me. I didn't like it. It was kind of plain. I know she wanted to... She said in Farsi. That's her name, Jacqueline, in Farsi on her shirt. But I didn't like it. It was a no, ma'am. For me. It was a cute little number to intro the show. She definitely picks it up later, y'all know. But just that intro was a no, ma'am. A no, ma'am, Jackie. But Britta is already shading Jackie on the intro. She was like, yeah, Jackie, she funny and all, but I don't expect her to be no look queen. She said Jackie is going to give no glamour. Pin that. Just pin that Britta said that. Now, the next one to come through the door is Miss Heidi in Closet. When I first saw Heidi, I said, is this Chi-Chi? Ru, you let Chi-Chi come back. Chi-Chi come back again. She reminds me so much of Chi-Chi. She did some kind of tongue thing for like 60 seconds on my screen. Jackie was like, is she still in my Middle Eastern call? I don't know what they call it when they do that tongue thing. It was a no, ma'am. The look was a no, ma'am. That tongue thing was a no, ma'am. This is awful. It's pink zebra. It has no shape. And that, I don't understand what she did with her tongue. Like, y'all get in the comments, let me know what y'all thought about it. But that was a no, ma'am, Heidi. And Michelle, I ain't gonna try to say that. Michelle said it at the end of the show. She badly wants Heidi to change her name. And I'm wondering, can she change her name? Like, if she hurry up and changes it by episode 2, she can still be branded by her new name. She could use that for branding going forward, because I agree, Heidi in the Closet does not make sense. It doesn't flow. Kind of like Courtney-act, like Courtney-act. Heidi in the Closet, no ma'am. No, ma'am. She's from North Carolina, and she says where she's from, the chickens outnumber the people. And I'm going to say, Lord have mercy. And she's a performance queen. And yes, ma'am, she is. We gonna get to that. Next, we have Gigi Good. Gigi slayed in this pirate outfit. Oh yeah. Oh yes, ma'am. That's a yes, ma'am. Gigi. It's sexy. The body is snatched, and I just like the concept. I don't think I ever seen anybody come in as a pirate before, so that's new. My memory ain't the best, but Gigi is 21. Her mama is a costume designer for the theater, so Gigi is gonna have looks. Gigi is gonna have looks. I'm here for Gigi. All the queens know her. Like as she's standing there doing her intro, they're like, I know her. She's famous on Instagram. So later on, I'm gonna have to look up her Instagram. So she's already known for the looks by the queens. So I'm expecting her to bring it. Last and also my least favorite is Crystal Method. Now I do like her name. I like her name, but she looks like a clown. She came in as a neon green clown and she looks like a clown. I'm not here for the look. I don't like it. I'm expecting her to bring a little bit of Evie Oddly. I love me some Evie Oddly, but this just wasn't it. And her makeup is all tricksy. She's known as the makeup queen. Everyone knows her for her makeup, but to me, it's all Trixie. And we already have Trixie as a winner, so we don't need you. So you need to switch it up, Crystal. You need to switch it up. Crystal is also from Missouri, and her and Widow are girlfriends. So let's move on. This week we're gonna have next. You know they all talking shade. Like we don't need no more girls. We good. When the next chick coming in, and then we hear, "Ooh, girl," and you know that means it's time for Rue to come in. They're like, "What? Where's everybody else?" 7, and so Rue lets them know, you know, y'all the first ones to make your intro. Everybody else, I guess, will come in next week. Rue did his speech. Let's get to the mini challenge. It's a fashion challenge, which I love because that means I can yes ma'am and no ma'am some more people. So they're supposed to be at New York Fashion Week 2020, and they're supposed to preview their best spring look and their best fall look. Rue was there, Michelle. What is the other guy name? I'm gonna learn it by next week. I know who he is from Queer Guys with the whatever it was called, the 5 guys that fixed the men's life. I forgot the name of the show, but I know who he is. I just don't remember his name. I gotta take better notes. They had Raven there. I was here to see Raven, but why was a fake Kanye and a fake Kim there? And they didn't even look like Kanye or Kim. Like that was a mess, Rue. You could have left them off. They added nothing to that segment, but let's move on. So first, we're going to get into the looks. They did spring first. First up was Miss Britta. This is definitely a yes, ma'am. Britta had a moment. Michelle called it out too. Her body is snatched. Snatched. Her waist, hips, the dress, compliments, all the padding. And then she had a moment where her tulle train, she spinned and snatched it off. And then it just had one piece of tulle as she walked off the stage. That was amazing. Her hair, loved it. Makeup, beat. So Britta definitely gets a yes ma'am for the spring. Next, the fashion queen, Miss Nikki Doll. She had on some kind of purple floral number, very chiffon. It got a no ma'am for me. I didn't like it. She said it was Paris fashion. I don't see the fashion in it. I just see a purple chiffon dress with flowers stuck all over it. And the red hair, I didn't like the red hair with it. You got to pick it up, Nikki. You the looks queen. You got to pick it up. That's a no ma'am. That is a no ma'am. Now, next we have Widow giving us her best throwback to Missy Elliott in all neon jumpsuit. It was definitely a yes ma'am. That is something I would put on today. I wouldn't wear my hair in them 2 pigtails, but on a vacation, I would put that on today. That was a bad outfit, Widow. That is definitely a yes ma'am. Next, my girl Jackie. Jackie, this is my fashion every day right now. I love that mod look. That high neck. I mean, you can't tell right now. I do like showing some cleavage, but I love a good high neck with a little mini skirt and some platforms, and then to pull my hair up in a tall high pony, long, with some big hoops. This is my everyday. This is my everyday goals. I will wear this to work every day. Every day. I love it. In the sparkles. My pictures don't do it justice. It's gonna get better, y'all. But this is definitely a yes ma'am Jackie. Now we have Heidi in the closet doing whatever she doing with this awful tie-dye fabric and this awful headpiece in this awful baby doll empire waist dress. Colors a mess, too much jewelry on. It's a no ma'am. It is a no ma'am. And if it wasn't a no ma'am before, it's definitely a no ma'am now. Y'all, her headpiece fell off as she was walking off the runway. When I saw that, I said, oh, Heidi going home first. Heidi is going home first. And then she just exposed all the tape around her scalp. And get some more tape, girl. Get some more tape. You cannot have your headpieces and wigs falling off by season 12. By season 12, everyone should know how to come down the runway with their headpieces secured. And then last, is she last? Oh, no, she not last. But next we have Gigi Good. Gigi is also a looks queen. She has on a pastel motorcycle outfit. It looked like Michelle and Rue were here for it, but it's a no ma'am for me. One, I'm not that into pastel colors. No. If it's going to be pastel for me, it has to be one color, not four. And to me, the motorcycle look wasn't pushing the envelope. Like, I just didn't like it. Let's move on. Gigi just got a no ma'am. And then last, and still my least favorite, is Crystal Method. I don't know what Crystal is doing. Her makeup is so dark and her bangs are so low. It looks like she has no eyeballs. It's still all Trixie in the face. And she's supposed to be this makeup guru. You should be able to show us a different kind of face. Now, I know, like, Trixie, that's her thing, to have that, I don't even know what you call it, but her eyes looking like that with that white all up under. I don't like it. I didn't like it on Trixie, but I like Trixie. But I definitely don't like it on you because it's a repeat. And the outfit was just a floral pink jumpsuit. I would wear it. I would wear it. But it's still a no ma'am. It's still a no ma'am. I'm a mess. Okay, now let's get into the fall looks. Brita is out again. This kind of reminded me of Ursula from The Little Mermaid. But one thing I noticed about Brita in this look, this is the exact same silhouette, the exact same ruched sash across the front. It's just different fabric. And I don't want you to this early get into Michelle saying, well, what else you got? Like, what other silhouettes can you do? Now, this is banging. This is still a yes ma'am, Brita. But I just don't want you to only do this silhouette. But you get away with it for, it's only episode 1, so we're going to see what else you give. Now, Miss Nikki, baby. Nikki Dow. This is a yes ma'am. This Nikki, it looks like a jumpsuit with the white button down with the bow tie. The hair and the makeup was live. I love the hair and the makeup. And then it had, you can't even see it on here, like a fascinator with the huge, I think Cardi B had it on, like Michael Costello hat with like an eyepiece. That is fashion. That is a yes ma'am. This is my favorite look of all the looks of the mini challenge. I love that. Next is my girl, Widow. Widow is again in an outfit that I would wear in a heartbeat. I don't like the huge red hair. I don't like that. But this is a nice peplum pantsuit. You can see she's holding this piece of fabric. It was a dress and she snatched it off and it turned into a pantsuit. I would wear this pantsuit today. Like, I would go in her suitcase and pull out outfits to wear today. I loved it. That's definitely a yes, ma'am. Jackie, this is me. I didn't like the brown pants. That's why I didn't take a picture of it. But the top half of her outfit, this yellow, the shades, the earrings, that little tank top. This is all stuff I would wear to work right now. Put it on, go to work, sit down, and slay at work. This is stuff I do wear to work. I mean, I love it. I love it, Jackie. It's everything to me. Now, that was a yes, ma'am, if you didn't know. Now, Heidi is back. She has redeemed herself. This is much better than the spring look. She has exaggerated hips. That hair is a yes, ma'am. I think that hair covering up the eyes probably hid some bad makeup, but I love the accessories. I love everything about this outfit. This is a yes, ma'am, Heidi. This is a yes, ma'am. Next, we have Gigi again. And this is like that jockey look. But as you can see right here, that's skin. So like the front part of her shirt is cut out. And she has on nipple piercings or pasties that look like nipple piercings. And it's a no, ma'am. For Gigi to be the looks queen, for Angie, it is a no, ma'am. I don't like it. No. Let's move on. Last again is Crystal Method. She's wearing this is an awful picture of it. I'm sorry, y'all. But y'all seen the show, so y'all know. This Freddy Krueger dress, realness is everything. This is probably my second favorite look of the whole show. And y'all know I wasn't even feeling Crystal. This is a yes, ma'am, Crystal. That is a sweater dress that I would pick up off the rack today. I think she said she made it herself, though. But I definitely would pick that up, put on some leggings, some boots, and a little camisole. I would wear that right to work. Right to work. I love it. Okay, so after that, they did the little mini challenge, and now we're back in the workroom. Rue didn't really tell them, how they did with the mini challenge yet, but she said, okay, now it's time for y'all to get ready for your main stage challenge. The challenge for the main stage is for them to write their own rap lyrics to the song I'm That Bitch, and I was like, okay, I'm here for this. I already knew who the special guest was. Y'all know too, it's Nicki Minaj. Chun-Li is my jam. Nicki is on the show. I was here for it. I have been waiting for weeks ever since I knew. I was waiting for years anyway, waiting for Rue to come back. But then when she finally said Nicki was the first host, I said, this is what we have been waiting for. We have been waiting for Nicki. And so now all the girls are gagging. They are ready. They're writing their rap lyrics. Now, Britta takes her opportunity to be shady to Widow. Widow is excited. She's talking about, this is what I do. I rap, I dance, I perform. This is my challenge. And Britta was like, yeah, you can write, but are you any good? She was like, anybody can write, but are you any good? And that kind of stumped Widow, like, bitch, we was having a good time. What you talking about? Am I any good? And at this time, Britta lets us know that this is also her challenge because she has done so many Broadway tours. She's a performer. We will get into that. Now, all the ladies are sitting around and they're like, okay, it's time for us to come up with this dance routine. Who is here, feels comfortable with the dancing? Who wants to be the leader? And of course, the two black queens, they just both happen to be black. Widow and Heidi was like dancing is our thing. We can choreograph. It ain't no problem. Okay, they nominate those two. Let's get to it. Now we're on the stage. We're learning the dance. But the Broadway performer is raising her hand talking about, well, I used to be in a girl group, or I am in a girl group, and I'm the slowest learner. And now here Jackie comes, well, let's just keep it to the Spice Girls level of dance. And I started laughing. I said, I thought the Spice Girls were some pretty good dancers, but I don't remember that far back. So now we on the stage. Gigi can't dance. Britta is complaining every 2 minutes that the choreo that Widow is coming up with is boring, but she can't do it. Now, Gigi and Jackie want to chime in, talking even more. Everyone has an idea. I think we should pose. I think we should walk in. I think we should let this person shine, and we just clap our hands. And by now, Widow is fuming. You can see the steam coming from her ears. She is almost over it. Now, confusion breaks out. Nikki Baby is chiming in, giving her 2 cents. And finally, after all the confusion, Britta is like, look, or was it Nikki? One of them was like, look, ain't nobody getting the choreography done. We just need one person to choreograph. And we think it should be you, we think you should choreograph, Heidi, because you've been coming up with some good stuff. So why don't you do it? And so now Widow is pissed. She is pissed. And I think they just was kind of like, came up with all that confusion because they didn't want Widow to be the choreographer anyway. So this was their way of making confusion and then saying, okay, Heidi, now you do it. Now Heidi is like, now Widow looking at me with daggers in her eyes. And Widow was over it. Widow was over it. Okay, so rehearsal is over. They have their mirror moment. First, I kind of knew this from the Shaws of Sunset, but Jackie explained again that being gay in Iran is punishable by death, which is awful. You can't even be yourself. Awful. And I kind of heard Reza say that years ago on Shaws of Sunset. So I like the mirror moments because I do learn new things. I am not in the community, so I don't know everything about it, or I don't know of all the struggles. So I learn a lot from the mirror moments, and I appreciate that they keep those in the show. Now, but I believe at this moment, Jackie says she was born in Canada and she's only half Persian, which doesn't matter. She looks all Persian, but it doesn't matter. She was just letting us know that little bit of information about her culture. And then I believe at some point, Nikki chimed in and said, well, she used to live in Morocco. And at that point in Morocco, you can go to jail for being gay. And it was like, really? They could just lock you up and put you in jail if you were gay? And she was like, not like that, but like if you were outside on a date and you just happened to kiss your partner, someone could call the police and put you in jail for that. And that's awful. And that really just lets you know the freedoms you have here in this country. We shouldn't take those for advantage. And they also took this as a moment to plug in, like, look, the people in office now seem like they want to kind of go into that direction. They aren't really here for our sexuality. So we want to make sure we vote for someone who has love for the gay community. So I agree with that. And that was pretty much all the mirror moment they gave. But every week we're going to get to learn some more about these ladies in the mirror moments. Next mirror moment, they want to know is Widow is still mad about the choreography, because it was like, girl, you was pissed. Have you calmed down about this routine? And Widow was like, I ain't mad. I'm going to slay you bitches. I'm about to be the best one on the stage. I'm just worried. I don't want y'all to throw me under the bus. She ain't saying this to them. She's saying this in confessional. I don't want y'all throwing me under the bus saying, well, she was the captain, so that's why we look a mess. And I understand where she's coming from, because a lot of the times when you step up to be the leader in these challenges and it fails, the leader goes home. They take all the responsibility. Let's get over to the performance. Now, I don't have pictures of Ru and Nikki, but Nikki came out first, did her little funny thing. Nikki was snatched. That red dress, that long red hair, her waist was snatched in. The hips, they were there. Breasts were pushed up. Nikki looked good. Nikki looked amazing. The dress, the train, the sheerness in some parts, the sparkles on the sleeves. Nikki looked good. I was here for the dress. Amazing. She did a great job. Ru came out next. Ru looked amazing. The dress was not my favorite. It was just a little pink mini dress. But he was just showing all his legs for days. Ru's legs look amazing. The wig was good. It was just two pieces of the wig where his ponytail came out that kind of flipped out like this that I thought were misplaced. I didn't like those two pieces, but I'm not the hairdresser, so Ru still, of course, gets a yes, ma'am. Nikki, too. So now we're off onto the performance. I personally think all the ladies did a good job. This was going to be a hard one to see who was going to be in the bottom two. First was Britta. Her verse was good, but Britta's lip sync was off, and I think it's because when she lip syncs, she opens her mouth so wide that it doesn't close in time for her to pick up the next word. Like, it was too much, and I was wondering if they noticed it. Like, she's not really catching the beat with her mouth of the lip sync, but she did turn it up. She had good energy on the stage. She gave a great performance. Crystal went next. Crystal was just, Crystal was really nothing special this episode. She really wasn't even hardly featured, and it was only 7 ladies. I'm really not here for Crystal. She's doing this tricksy makeup, everything, and that might be her thing too. I'm just not gonna like it. I'm not gonna like it all season. And that's Crystal. Gigi, I did not like her outfit, but Nikki really loved her verse, and she was animated. She gave a good performance. Gigi did good. Heidi was next. Heidi, I did not like her outfit. It looked like an ice skating outfit, the fringe, leotard, but her boots were banging. Heidi slayed the stage. When she said she was a performance queen at the beginning, Heidi performed. And I said, if Heidi, because she's going to fall in the bottom, her looks are just not there. I know, not her physical looks. I'm talking about her outfit looks. They just aren't there. Heidi is going to kill the lip syncs. Anybody who falls in the bottom 2 with Heidi in the future, you going home. I hope y'all step it up, because she performed her ass off. She was doing all them breakdancing stunts, flipping her legs around, and keeping up with every beat of the lip sync. She's going to be a hard one to beat. Jackie, her performance was just okay to me, but what I noticed about Jackie the most was those clear boots. They were a yes, ma'am. Nikki, it was a blah. Like, where were you? Her energy was low on her part. I know Michelle said her energy was low when everybody else was performing, but I thought when she got up there and did her verse, her energy was low. I did not like Nikki. Widow killed it. And I said killed it in all capital letters. Widow slayed that stage. She was probably the only one who was even compared to Heidi. She's also going to be a lip sync assassin. And I said, I can see why no one, they was like, yeah, Widow, you go last. I would not want to follow her. Like, the only one who probably could have followed her was Heidi. Like Widow, when she just gave energy. And this was the one where she did that back bend and was rapping at the same time. And she was only holding all of herself up with one hand. Yes, ma'am, Widow. Yes, ma'am. Now, during the whole group performance, it was 7 of them, but my eyes were constantly drawn to Heidi. Heidi, in every moment of that performance, was dancing her ass off. She was dancing her ass off. I didn't care who was rapping. Heidi was dancing her ass off, and I could not notice her. And then even Jackie, like Jackie's energy was so high, and she was giving you the facials where you couldn't help but to notice Jackie, even when Jackie wasn't rapping. So I noticed Widow a lot too, but they didn't really pan the camera to Widow that many times. But it was a good performance. Nikki loved it. So now we're getting to the runway looks. This was a look heavy episode. Like we had to do the intro looks. We had 2 looks for the mini challenge. Then you had to look like Nikki, and I'm not even gonna show the pictures for those looks. And now we have a sparkle runway. Ru was here for it. I'm like, they had a suitcase alone just for episode 1. Just for episode 1. Let me see if I'm gonna pull my pictures back up so we can go through the runway real quick. First, we have Britta. Her sparkles were amazing. She had on a peplum pantsuit. It had the mirror on it, so the mirror caught all the light. But what I liked the most about Britta's runway look was that all glitter headpiece, and her hair was all up and like the curlies. She looked amazing. And I love that glitter purple lipstick. That was a yes ma'am. We back to who's that? Crystal Method, looking like the devil in a red glitter cat suit with a tail. I'm not here for Crystal, but let's see what else she gives next week. Gigi, I did like this. She had on a pastel green glitter pantsuit with a latex top and a glitter bow tie. But I'm not feeling all the helmets. Like, this is her 3rd time wearing a helmet in one episode. I was not feeling it, but her face was beat. Her face looked amazing. Next is, I want to say Chi-Chi, but her name is Heidi. Heidi looked good in this dress. I like the dress. I did not like what they call it, the pussycat wig. I think Carson, that's his name. Carson said, I need some ramen noodles. It definitely was ramen noodle-esque. Very Nene Leakes. The hair and the makeup was a no ma'am. But I love the dress. My girl Jackie gives it to you all the time. It's definitely a yes ma'am. She was doing something about taking a diamond as a peel and then she sparkles. I didn't get the concept of that, but she looked amazing. Nikki Doll, that is a yes ma'am. She had on all glitter feathers that had to be metal. I don't know what material that was. Her face, she reminds me so much of Courtney. So much. This was one of my favorite runway looks. That was a yes ma'am. This is a no ma'am, Widow. I didn't like it. I didn't understand it. I know you were going for the Jetsons look. I think it just, the oversized hips ruined it for me. Like, if you would have just had regular hips, but then all the shoulders and the stuff in the back, that would have been okay. But I didn't like that. And I hope all your outfits all season aren't neoprene. Like, I hope you have another material. But that was the runway. So now let's get into the critiques. Woo! Got it. Okay. For the critiques, Britta, they told her she had good energy. She knew how to shape that body. And Nikki liked the cockiness of her rap. But Michelle was like, this was your opportunity to introduce yourself to us, and you did not. Crystal, they kind of liked the devil look. I didn't like it, but okay. Her critiques were just, but let's move on because I think she's kind of meh myself. Gigi, they loved all her fashion. I didn't get it. I didn't like Gigi since that pirate intro look. They loved the 3 helmets. Nikki loved her verse when she said, "Leave a bitch on read." I thought that was cute too at the end of her rap. Nikki said, "Don't be surprised if I steal it," but I don't. Nikki ain't gonna steal it. Okay, next was Heidi. They hated her name. I ditto Michelle. I hate that name. She says she calls herself Heidi in the closet because she's from such a small town, but all the men on the down low want to get with her. I understand, but it's just not a flattering name. And Heidi in the closet, I just don't like it. Everyone hates the name. Nikki was kind of mean. She said, "I hate, hate, hate your hair and your makeup." It was harsh because I'm sure everyone idolizes Nikki. Everyone loves Nikki. For her to say hate 3 times, it was just like, damn. But Heidi then explained that she had an allergic reaction and she was in the hospital all night. And Nikki was like, "Well, for you to just get out the emergency room and put on a performance like that, you are a star." And I agree. And then they made fun of her being allergic to kale. I like Heidi's comebacks. Like, she knows how to banter with Rue and Michelle. And that's a good thing for this show. Jackie, they love her retro fashion. I do too. They liked her rap. Michelle told her, "Just work on that little shadow because since you're Persian, your hair is so dark, you gotta learn how to color correct." She said, "Ask Nikki for advice." She didn't say ask Nikki, but I'm sure she said this is your opportunity to ask somebody for help. Nikki, they loved her fashion. They liked her rap. They liked her makeup the best. Nikki did. And they just said pretty much what I said. Her performance energy level was low, and she's talking about, well, this is her first time in the country. She hasn't been here that long, and she's doubting herself because everyone else is American, and since she's French, they don't really understand her humor. Get it together, girl. Like Michelle said, Rue picked you to be on this show. Get it together. Widow was last. They loved her fashion. They loved her performance. They loved her rap. Okay. Now, who's going to be in the bottom 2? Rue goes through everybody. They save. They down to Gigi and Widow. And everyone in this back like, something is wrong. Why is Widow up there? Like, she shouldn't be in the bottom 2. And then we find out there's no one's going home this week. They're getting a $5,000 tip. And they have to lip sync for their legacy. The lip sync was to Starship by Nicki Minaj. The lip sync battle was amazing. Like, I didn't think Gigi was going to turn it, but it was close. Like, Gigi, in the beginning, I didn't understand where she was going with the lip sync. I didn't get the comedy of it in the beginning, but once I got it, I was like, okay, she is killing this lip sync. Like, because everyone is laughing. I'm laughing. I'm like, okay, I'm worried about Widow. But then Widow is killing it in the performance. And then she did something where she broke her shoulders. And the one critique I have for Widow is don't be like Eureka. Like, you hit a split once and you did that bounce up and down in the split across the floor a couple of times. You did about 2 or 3 times in a lip sync. That's going to get old. I hope you have something else. You cannot bring that out every lip sync. But Widow edged it out. I think Nikki liked Widow the best, so Widow won. Now, who do I think should have been in the bottom 2 if we would have had a bottom 2 lip sync for your life? Definitely Nikki, because I wasn't that impressed with her fashions, and she bombed the performance. Who would I have put with Nikki? To me, it would be between Heidi and Crystal. To me, Crystal, I'm just not a fan of hers right now. I can come back. I can change my mind. I wasn't a fan of any of her fashions. I didn't think she did all that in the performance. But Heidi definitely needed to be down there for her fashions in the mini challenge. But I think I would put Crystal there because Heidi, outside of Widow, killed the performance. Like, to me, it should have been, if it wouldn't have been a mini challenge this week and just the maxi challenge, it would have been Widow and Heidi, point blank, period. So Heidi saved herself with the challenge. So No one went home. Widow won. Now they have Untucked at the end of every episode. To me, these ladies just now know each other. It's not any real drama. What they were talking about at first was Untucked. It got good when Heidi actually asked Nikki, what do you hate about my face? And I was like, what? And then I was like, well, what is Nikki going to say? Because she doesn't want to hurt this lady's feelings, but Nikki told her the truth. Nikki told her the truth, and I hope Heidi takes it to heart and practices and does something about it. She says, look, your facial features are beautiful. I didn't say I hate your face. She said, I hate your hair and your makeup. She says you need to find the right color. And mind you, Nikki is saying this very nicely, which is, for what we see of Nikki, is kind of hard. But she said, find the right shade of foundation, and then you need to blend. Her eyeshadow was not blended. I called that from the beginning of the show. I said she needs to blend her eyeshadows. The lashes don't look luxe. They just look like thick paper lashes. She needs to work on that. And the wig was just a no man. Nikki was telling you the truth, but I think, Nikki, when you said I hate your hair and your makeup, that was kind of harsh. And she kind of took that. It would have hurt my feelings too. Like, you could have just said your hair and makeup was a no ma'am. And that would have been to the point, but not as harsh. But that's it, y'all. Like, I know this review is long. It's only because it was the first episode, and they had so many looks. I really wanted to yes ma'am and no ma'am all the looks. I promise I'm going to get the quality of my pictures better. I am going to work on that for next week's episode. And I'm going to try to get the episodes up sooner so we can talk about the show as soon as possible, because I love Drag Race. Next week, we're going to meet the next 7 queens. I'm assuming next week no one else is going to go home either. I actually feel very bad for the queens next week, because I would have wanted to be on the episode with Nikki. Like, next week, I don't remember who's going to be there, but it ain't Nikki. So they don't get to see her. So, you know what to do, you guys. I'm going to be reviewing this all season. If you're interested into checking out my reviews for RuPaul's Drag Race, go ahead and subscribe to Kiss My Cheeks. Become a part of the Kiss My Cheeks family. Get in the comments. Let me know who looks you all liked, who all's looks you didn't like. Who would you have had in the bottom 2 if there was a bottom 2? And who would you have let win the lip sync? I really think Gigi killed the lip sync, but I would have gave it to Widow too. One, I wouldn't even have put Gigi in the top 2, but we ain't gonna go back there. But also like this video and share. It's a long one, y'all. I hope y'all stayed around and listened to the end, and I will be back. I can't wait to talk to you all about Drag Race some more all season long. Okay, let's have a good night, y'all. It's your girl, Angie. Bye.